We're on our way.
Well, it's the last trail ride of our Jeepcation, and we're heading over to Goethe State Forest so that we can make a stop and maybe take a hike to the Trestle Bridge. We may be stopping by the Red Cabin, learning a little bit of history about Gothy, and we're gonna go see a bald cypress that is over 900 years old and survived the logging industry in Goethe State Forest. So stay tuned and enjoy the ride as we head out to Gothy. We're here. We're gonna come down this trailhead here.
Oh, too, we think Hawk's up there.
Layers.
Not a threatened species.
No, they're not endangered or threatened at all.
Hey, we're stopping for some food at Willards, and I hear they got the best steak for 100 miles around. Van, you ready for breakfast? Eggs, sausage, bacon, waffles. You know we like to stay at Marriott's when we're going on the Jeep ride because the breakfast is so good.
Yeah, and our youngest grandson is enjoying it too. That's for the Jeep ride. You
That's
see,
the
he
Jeep
knows
ride.
what's coming next.
What did you get?
Nothing.
Women's
Are you ready for this?
No, not if I have to edit this video. Oh.
Lipstick.
Randy got you lipstick. Hey, we're getting ready to go out. We're going to start with a hike. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
We're going to go over to Tidewater, try to hike over in the morning while its temperatures are still a little more comfortable to an old Trestle Bridge that's part of the forestry mining that they used to do. The rails are gone, but it goes over a swamp. It's always a place I've wanted to go and see. And so that's going to be the start of our day. We'll be going over to the Red Lodge, the hunter's cabin that's been left out there. And then we're going to go up to the Gothy Giant, talk a little bit about history of the Forestry Service, and then because the Galloping Gourmet is closed, we're going to go to Willards.
Willards?
Have you ever been to Willards?
We've driven past it a bunch of times, but we've never been there. I heard it's pretty good.
It's supposed to be the best steak within 100 miles.
Is it?
Yeah. Welcome to Florida Jeep Rides. We're riding in Goethe State Forest today. Gonna go see some cool things that are out there, and we're not alone. So today we have
Randy,
Steven and Evander.
Lori,
Steve. Fred.
Cherry.
Wendy,
Bart.
Woody.
And Carol.
and me. And we're heading out on the trail. So let's go. Hey, watch to the end. There might be something interesting for you.
water trails. Here we start.
So we're here up at the trailhead. We're gonna go down to the Trestle Bridge and then walk down somewhere around here is the Trestle. Well, we are walking on the railroad grade now and looking for the Trestle Bridge that is out here. You can see a lot of the granite rock that they lay out the railroad bed on, so we know we're on the right track. So on the edges of most railroad grades, you can see where it's built up off the ground in case that floods. So down that way, and then over here there's the same thing.
Blackberry just for you.
Yeah, definitely. I got all kinds of alcohol jars.
So we're on one of the old railroad grades, but it's quite a hike from Tidewater. So I'm gonna move forward at my pace a little bit and see if we can find these trestles. In Gothy, when they were doing the forestry, They had a lot of areas that had railroad grades put through them, and that's how they pulled the lumber out of here. This entire area is still forested, but in the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, they took a lot of really, really big trees. So we didn't make it to the trestles, but I know that they're there, and probably November, December would be a great time to come out and make this hike.
We are on. Everybody's on.
So we'll come back from that little hike that we were just doing and get out, and my shifter won't shift out of park, but it reads down here on the gauge that I'm in drive, so it won't even start or go into neutral. Yesterday the nylon bushing broke underneath the shifter on the inside. Today the nylon bushing disintegrated and broke down on the transmission. Jeep, seriously, you need to make a fix for this, because this is the 4th or 5th time that those bushings have broke. Away from home, a place tucked off out into the wilderness where you and some friends could go and relax and spend the evening. Well, we're approaching the Red Lodge, famous here in Gothy Forest as a place to hang out. There's a small pond and plenty of game. The outhouse is conveniently located behind the lodge, and the Red Lodge is right around this corner.
You see what I mean, Steve? Oh, look at the bugs.
So this at one time was a hunter's lodge. And it wasn't so dilapidated. I could see some people sitting out here on the porch relaxing, talking about their deer hunting. But there's a pillar missing from there. The whole thing is starting to fall apart. The inside, the roof is rotted away. The floor's coming up. It's pretty messed up in here. But it's got a couch. It comes with its own fireplace, a second couch. There's even a picnic table in here. Why, the screened-in windows are still functioning. The ceiling, well, it's pretty close to my head. At one time, this would have probably been a really cool place to have as a hunting retreat.
Oh, we're gonna binge. We'll tell the fidget, but then they took it away.
Nothing there. That was really
This outhouse is now missing its bucket. Another shed back here of some kind. It's pretty wet, but we've had a really dry season. If you do come out here to look at the Red Lodge, make sure you leave it as is. I mean, it is definitely in a state of decay, but it's just a little history of the area. It's story time on the front porch. Hey, what's up? Have a seat with your dog and enjoy a little story, and let's find out where that story went. All right. Goethe State Forest was named after Mr. J.T. Goethe, from whom most of the current forest land was purchased under Florida's Conservation and Recreation Land Program in 1992. The Florida Forest Service was given lead management and responsibility for the Goethe State Forest. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, there was a lot of lumber and logging that was going on here. During the years of Goethe's ownership, the remaining residential timber was allowed to grow. Remnants of the turpentine industry can still be found, with some cat-faced trees. That's where they would groove the pine trees to let the turpentine slide down, and they'd catch it in like a cup or a little hurdy cup is what they would call it. It was a little ceramic like planter.
Normally this would have been a nice creek water crossing, but it is dry. He tucked himself in. Hey, big guy, look at those claws that you've got. Wow.
She's got some diggers on her.
Sure does.
What is that?
So tell me about this.
I believe it's a peninsular cooter. They're indigenous to Florida. This is a water turtle. By the long claws, usually tells you it's a female. So you can look at it right there. They will bite. They have a vicious little bite on. They'll snap right out at you. It's got a little algae on it, so it spends a lot of time in the water. If it dries out, you see a little red there. It's kind of indigenous of this type of turtle. They're egg layers. You see the turtles laying out, and they got their legs out. What they're doing is they're drying out their leg pits, basically, to allow bad bacteria to die. That's what they're doing. That's why they need to be able to bask. It's not just for digestion, but also to keep the bacteria under control.
Well, listen, we got out to look at that little alligator, and I'm walking back to my Jeep, and I almost stepped in something. It's time for What Kind of Scat Is That with Matt. Hey, let's take a look at this pile of poo, because I have never seen any like this. This looks like it's maybe vegetation of some kind. It's probably kind of soft. It's very green. I don't know what it is. If you can tell us what kind of pile of poo that is, please comment below. It might not even be poo. Who knows? It might have been a jellyfish that came up here and died, but I don't know. I've never seen it before. But we're gonna have to do something drastic to see if it indeed is poo. It doesn't smell like poo. It doesn't feel like poo.
It's very spongy.
It's very, this might not even be scat. Who knows?
It might be forest Bigfoot. It's what?
What?
Bigfoot.
It's a freshwater jellyfish.
Doesn't smell.
No, it doesn't smell, but
It's almost like
the surface is like, it looks like it's the right place for a scat, though.
yeah. So who knows?
You want a handful of scat?
No,
So thanks for joining us. We'll see you the next time that we stop for a pile of poo.
Warning.
That was a snake.
That's it. Yeah.
I was just a snake. Let's poke at it.
He's in that corner.
Oh yeah, look at those spiders.
See him anywhere?
We got 2 in
Yeah, you got it. Ah, you got it. We got it. Ooh, you got it. Yep. Every bit on his hands. Yeah. So that would leave some blood. Like
It
you
would.
said.
Yeah.
I know, Joe. Well, they're not bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that thing. Oh, rhino. Wow. Did that hurt? Is that a stupid question? Oh my God. Look at it.
Dropping him.
He dropped him.
Oh, he's got you.
Oh, he
Oh,
got
he's
you.
got
This thing let it hold him.
It's okay, Steven. Just don't pull at it.
I know, I'm not pulling out. Wait.
Here, I'll bring him over to me.
I got some good pictures of it, though.
It's a banded water snake. They're non-venomous, otherwise we wouldn't be holding it like that. They're extremely common in Florida, and their colors vary quite a bit. I've seen them with a lot of red hue and a lot of darker hue. They often get mixed up with cottonmouth, which is a venomous species that we have here, which are also very common. But this is a little pond animal that eats little fishes, and they do get an attitude. When they get angry, they will, if you notice, they will poke the back of their jaws out, which gives them a diamond-shaped head. So a lot of people have always mixed these up, saying if it's got a diamond-shaped head, it must be a moccasin. I prefer to call them cottonmouths.
But they're also big frog eaters. That's why I didn't want to get rid of them. I like having them on the farm. They would eat fish opportunistically. They catch a lot more frogs than fish.
And I just can't, not in this area.
Thank you for helping me with that.
There's two, we think, hawks up there.
There's an osprey flying over there, I think.
Okay, what is this soaring over here?
At first I thought,
A third one
Eagle, isn't it?
just went into the tree.
no, the wings weren't right.
There is an oncoming traffic.
Big cypress boardwalk. Gothy
Did you
giant.
get the tick out of here?
I've got it smashed right now.
Okay, we'll throw it out.
Nice and tight, so there's no room for
To go.
me to curl up somewhere. It should be.
Big cypress boardwalk trail.
Personal, mobile,
Yes.
Feel better. That's it. That's awesome. Hey, if anyone's hot. See what I did real quick? Pull you off.
The Gothy giant is an immense 9-foot diameter bald cypress tree. Let's take a look at the history that has taken place in the United States while this tree was alive. It started off, of course, as a sapling in 1120 AD. In 1492, when Christopher Columbus, financed by Spain, makes the first 4 voyages to the New World, he lands in the Bahamas. This tree was already 372 years old. In 1513, when Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon lands on the coast of Florida, this was already 393 years old. In 1620, when the Pilgrims landed in England and disembarked from the ship of the Mayflower, this tree was already 500 years old. In 1773, when the Boston Tea Party happened and they threw all the tea off the ship in Boston Harbor, dumping more than 300 crates, this tree was 653 years old. In 1775 through 1783, during the American Revolution in the United States, 655 years old. 1830 to 1839, we conquered the Wild West, and the gold rush took place in California, and this tree was 700 years old. 1860 to 1869, the Civil War, when it pitted the North against the South, the Confederates against the Union Army. This tree was 740 years old. 1900 to 1909, the Wright brothers tested flight on their first aircraft in Kitty Hawk, and this tree was 789 years old. 1910 to 1919, World War I took place, 790 years old. 1930 to 1939, the Great Depression, 810 years old. 1940 to 1949, World War II, 820 years old. This tree has survived the logging industry. It was here before automobiles. It was here before the moon landing, radio, TV, and before the internet. It was 855 years old when YouTube was created on February 14th, 2005. 907 years old plus since the time I wrote this, when the coronavirus outbreak happened. So this tree right now is probably about 910 to 912 years old. And it survived the logging industry when they cut down all of the other trees around here. And comparing this to some of the logs that you see in pictures of the mining, this was a relatively small one.
Yeah, it's been hit by
Wow, wow.
lightning. See, and you can tell this is a palm tree house.
This is a cabbage farm because of the point.
Yep.
And now you're going to make me look at all of them. Where's the running in the trees?
You got it.
That was the Gothy Giant in Goethe State Forest. It is a phenomenal tree, and just to go and to look at the sheer size of that tree is absolutely amazing. We're coming out of the midsection of Gothy, and we're gonna go find some lunch. So off we go. So we have stopped at Willards to get something to eat.
Willards. We called ahead. We got a table ready for us.
So Woody's sharing stories of the time he got bit by a
Prairie dog.
A prairie dog.
Some years ago, I told her to take her out to dinner.
Philly cheesesteak and tots.
Philly cheesesteak and tots. And what did you get?
Coconut shrimp.
Coconut shrimp.
French fries.
And you're throwing shrimp on the floor?
No, it was just a side marmalade.
Ooh, look at that. A burger, a baked potato, French fries. Try one of the French fries. Good French fry?
Yeah, good, nice, crispy.
And that burger is stacked.
It is.
Look at that. The plates are over there sizzling and it's walking past me. and I can smell that steak. What did you get?
I got steak,
What kind? Which one?
ribeye,
Ribeye?
rare.
Medium? No.
Yep.
I had medium well. Or no, I had, yeah, medium well.
Medium rare.
You got what?
Yeah, kidding. Beautiful steak. Yep.
I used to have some beautiful steaks.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. How does it taste?
It's delicious.
Very
They
good.
live up to their
So are they living up to their reputation?
Yes.
So if you're riding in Goethe State Forest, after you've seen the Gothy Giant and been to the Red Lodge, you need to come on down to Willards and get you some food, because they have a really good reputation here, and the service is supposed to be incredible. Thank you so much, Willards, for hosting us as all 12 of us bombarded your place at lunch. But I'm Matt.
I'm Woody. That's Carol.
Oh, where?
I'm Matt. I'm Matt.
I'm Woody.
Hi, I'm Carol.
I'm Steve.
I'm Lori.
I'm Fred.
I'm Cherry.
I'm Winnie.
Steven.
Randy.
Eddie Vander's down there. And this has been a Florida Jeep Rides with Off-Road Travel. We'll see you on the next trail.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Brady?
How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Matt, did you say Brady? Hey, let's start that over again. All right.
That's
hey.
Matt.
Hey, what's up,
How's it
Matt?
going, Matt?
No problem, Lori. You call me Randy, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, yeah.
I did.
Well, Lori, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Steve, glad to have you
Nice to
here.
meet you, sir.
How's it going, guys?